How's it going, everybody? Got another video for you today. I'm sure you all read the title. We're going to be talking about Rayshard Brooks' shooting today. If you didn't read the title, shame on you. You need to read. Don't just watch my videos. Anyway, so basically Friday, May 12th in the Wendy's drive-thru, Rayshard was found sleeping in his car. Passed out pretty well, too. The cop has to, knock on the window to get him to wake up, but there's full video of that. Body cam footage, dash cam footage, CCTV footage. So all the angles are covered. Let's just go ahead and take a look, and then I'll give you my my opinion afterwards, okay? All right, everybody. The first video I got for you comes from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I think they're just a news organization. Anyway, well, go ahead and check them out. They went ahead and put together a very good compilation of these videos showing all the moments from when the cops arrived at the scene to the moment that they had to, unfortunately, pull their firearms. So let's go ahead and check it out. I know they're paying. Basically, what they did edit out was a whole section of DWI roadside exam, which can get very boring.
Hey, come in.
As you can see, he was completely passed out.
Are you just tired? All right, man. Just I'll move my car. Just pull up. Just pull somewhere and take a nap. All right.
2805.
I don't want to deal with this dude right now. Hey, how much did I drink tonight?
So it doesn't even sound like he wants to be there, for God's sakes.
About drink, about 12 today.
Alright, hey, you have your license on you real quick?
Yep.
Alright. Just relax the car. What are you here for a visit or what's
I'm visiting.
Where are you visiting?
My mother's grave site.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
How long has she passed for?
It's been probably about a year and a half now, but
so he's just trying to be very nice, you know. He's trying to get this done nice and easily because, as you can imagine, it's probably really tough to be a cop right now and be pulling over black people. It's probably really hard.
Decided to eat Burger King tonight, and hey, this happened.
Right, I hear you.
Hey, babe,
You're not out of Burger King, bud. You're at a Wendy's.
We're gonna talk to this officer here for a minute, and then we'll be good to go. Okay?
Oh no problem.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, stay in the car. Stay right there. Hey, what's going on? So, found him passed out in the parking lot. He's sitting here.
So he was in the drive-thru?
Yeah, he's on. Car's on. Took me like a few minutes to wake him up. Kept knocking. Opened the door. Shook him. Woke up super groggy. Got pretty good smell of alcoholic beverage coming out of the car. Eyes are watery and glassy. Started his words. Wasn't sure where he was. And telling me he had one drink. He said earlier.
Tell me, I wasn't here, so can you tell me what happened before we got here?
I can just go home. I have my daughters there right now. My daughters.
So he offered to walk home after they've already gone through this whole situation. I do want to point this out. A lot of the videos out there are only showing it right here and as if this just started. No, they've already proved that he's drunk. All right, he's going to prison. What they're about to do is ask him to do a breathalyzer test, because if you voluntarily do the breathalyzer test, they will breathalyze you there, they will know, and they will charge you with that level of blood alcohol content. Rather, if you decline to do a blood alcohol exam, they will just go ahead and charge you with aggravated DUI. If you didn't know that, people, in most states, they will just go ahead and charge you with that if you refuse a breathalyzer, especially since it comes out later, they do have to test you anyway when you get to the police station. So just take the breathalyzer. You know, it's better on them, it's better on you in the long run, especially if you've been drinking, people, and you know if you failed the street side exam there, and this is why they're asking you to take a breathalyzer, pretty much they're not going to let you go. All right, it's over for you. You just need to take the breathalyzer. Anyway, good on him. He does decide to do the breathalyzer.
Yes or no?
I don't want to refuse anything.
It's yes or no. It's completely up to you.
Yes, I will.
Okay, just wait here while I grab.
Somebody must have told him
What
what
kind of
I just
drinks
told
did
you
you
guys at some point.
I'm not sure. It's something she ordered. She said.
All right, 0.108. That's not quite double the limit. So, good on him for exercising his right to go ahead and accept the breathalyzer test as a proper test. Because that's what you're agreeing to, basically. This is the only time in this video that I felt bad for the officers. It's like, guys, you guys really should be telling people why you ask them to do a breathalyzer there and then, okay? Yeah, a lot of people don't know why, so just please tell people. So 0.108, that's not quite aggravated. That's just a little under twice the limit, so he's not going to get the aggravated DUI. That's quite good, but I guess that doesn't really matter now, does it?
Said top shelf or whatever.
Top shelf what?
I'm not sure. It was, like I said, it was her birthday, and
You had about 1.5 drinks, but you don't remember what kind of drinks they were?
no, sir.
All right.
I really don't, Mr. Ross.
All right, I think you've had too much to drink to be driving, so put your hands behind your back for me.
All right, at this point, they attempt to arrest him. And he clearly gets very, very flight risky, okay? So, and these guys are probably very scared to use any kind of chokehold. And I know it looks kind of like he's using a chokehold, but he's actually refraining from really holding him. Instead, he's grabbing from the arm right here. And see how he's like grabbing around the chest and around the arm? He's not really using a chokehold. Okay, he attempts to finally lock one here, but now it's too late, as the man now has control. He even hits one of the officers with the taser, hits that other officer with his hand.
63.
As you can see, he fired the taser at the officer. All right. So, what we saw there was man drunk in the Wendy's drive-thru. Well, yeah, sorry, dude. You got caught. Just accept it and go to prison. You wouldn't have even been in prison for very long, okay? I know plenty of people that have gotten DUIs and DWIs. It's not that big of a deal. Just, just get arrested, sit in the back of the car for a little while. Somebody comes and picks you up the next day, okay? All right. Well, I guess it was on Friday night. They might have had to stay till Monday. That happens a lot. But still, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, and why did the cops decide to shoot him there? Well, in the cops' place, you've got to remember, there are a lot of situations where you do actually have to draw your service firearm and use it. Mostly in a situation where somebody could cause harm to other people or yourself. A lot of people are saying it was just a taser, it's not a big deal. Anyway, well, we'll listen to some protesters and what they have to say about it, because they say it better than I will. All right, and here we have the protesters that are protesting this whole situation and what happened to this man. If you didn't know, this night they actually did burn down the Wendy's that this happened at. Not really sure why. I'm sure there's a lot of people that work there that, probably of the minority persuasion. Anyway, or persuasion, race. Anyway, let's go ahead and check it out.
Running from somebody that's not having intentions of hurting nobody. That man was running from him. He was in fear for his life. He didn't want to hurt that officer. He should not have been shot 3 times. He deserved to be here right now.
He was running for his life. The officers at first didn't do anything, and then he immediately attempted to run. Like he thought that he was going to be able to break away from their arm thing and just bolt. So I don't see why he was in fear of his life.
I don't want to hear about your fear for your life. He took a taser. You can go to Walmart and Target. Juveniles can buy tasers.
Show me the Walmart that they sell a freaking Axon taser. If you people didn't know, taser is a specific brand. Well, it's not a brand, I should say. It's made by Axon. It's a specific product, okay? What you get at Walmart is a little stun gun. And no, they do not fire out prongs. They also don't have a track record of killing people. I'll go ahead and show you some articles here. All right. Article number 1. Complication related to brain or nervous system are rare, but do occur, including loss of consciousness, seizures, abnormal brain activity, and confusion. This is more likely to occur if a subject is shot at a close distance or directly to the head, which is not usually the case since those that are not recommended targets. The probability of causing a seizure is very low. So what that speaks to me is that a person who is untrained with this weapon, I'll call it what it is. It is a weapon. It's a less than lethal weapon. A person who is untrained, doesn't know how to operate it, might kill somebody with it. Has a higher likelihood than, say, a trained police officer. They very might likely cause abnormal brain activity or brain damage, okay? Especially if he tases somebody in the head, which he is running towards a car. He might attempt to steal that car. The officer doesn't know. It's very hard to tell. Number 2. Man dies in Baltimore County police custody after officers use taser. In Owings Mills, man died while in police custody after officers deployed a taser during an encounter with him. Baltimore County Police said Wednesday morning. Gamal Antonio Brown, 30, was pronounced dead at local hospital where he had gone into cardiac arrest, according to police. Okay. Man dies after being hit by police stun gun in Albany, Oregon. Albany, Oregon, a man died on Wednesday morning after Albany police shocked him with a stun gun during an altercation. Oregon State Police officials said an incident started at about 8:20 a.m. when Albany PD community service officers stopped to help a stranded driver near the intersection of Santiam Road and Denver Street. The community service officer asked for some non-emergency help from a patrol officer. A physical altercation ensued between the motorist and 2 Albany police personnel, with the motorist assaulting the community service officer, Albany police said. 2 officers were struggling with him inside the car, and then a female officer comes over to the door. The door was open and says, "Quit resisting, I'm going to tase you," said Peter Yeager, who recorded the incident on video. When they were tasing him, he was yelling, "You're killing me, you're killing me." Suspect dies after officer stuns him with taser in Everett. Everett, Washington. Authority says 39-year-old Lake Stevens man has died at a hospital after being shocked with a stun gun Thursday by Everett police sergeant. So what I'm trying to say here is when you fill the police's head with all of this nonsense about tasers killing people all the time because police bad, because blue man bad, okay? This is it. The media has done this to you people, all right? This is what caused it, because that cop might not have used his lethal firearm if he didn't think that other people's in his life might be a danger from an untrained person using this taser, or even trained people, apparently. Okay? So when you fill the cop's head with this ridiculous nonsense, they're the ones out there on the front line that have to make a decision between possible life or death, and you've made that decision actually be a possible life or death scenario. Okay? So... yeah, the media did this. Let's go ahead and go back to the protesters and listen to the rest of what this young man has to say.
That wasn't a deadly weapon. That man did not want to hurt that police officer. He was trying to get away. He should not have been shot 3 times.
I agree. He probably shouldn't have been shot 3 times.
You did not win your election by a landslide. I think you won about 700 plus votes. If you don't arrest the officer by Monday, you will be voted out. You will be voted out. And Paul Howard, you didn't win your election Tuesday. You're up for a spinoff. Indict the officer. If you want to calm the city, indict the officer.
All right, so they want the officers arrested by Monday and indict them with. For what? What's going to be the charge? Huh? Okay, you guys expect these officers to go out and do these jobs and make these decisions, and now you're just going to arrest them willy-nilly? Well, guess what? Cops are going to stop doing their jobs. Sorry, I did have one or two more stats to show you. All right. So, if you people didn't know, it's also an issue of why is nobody mad that this guy, you know, could have just kept driving, like, or could have just walked home or whatever. Well, it's because the cops might not believe him. Did you think about that? Because a lot of times people will just lie to the cops and then they'll go, you know, they'll wait for the cops to leave and then they'll just go back to their car and drive. That is a deadly situation. Far deadlier than how many cops actually kill people in general, justified or not. So check out these stats. Overview. Every day, almost 30 people in the United States die in drunk driving crashes. That's one person every 50 minutes. These deaths have fallen by a third in the last 3 decades. However, drunk driving crashes claim more than 10,000 lives per year, people. 10,000 lives, okay? That's straight from the NHTSA.gov, okay? And let's check this out from the Washington Post, which this number's probably inflated anyway. 1,033 people have been shot and killed by police in the past year. So since last year, only 1,000 have died. If you people understand math, that's 10%. Wow. Only 10% of the people. Wow. Only 10%. Okay. Well, it sounds to me like drunk driving is a lot bigger of a deal than police shooting people, considering that this number includes the amount of people that were justified shootings. And whether you people believe that it's justified shootings or not, that's hard, it's hard to tell. Anyway, I think, oh, well, people, if we keep getting outraged over everything that the cops do, that we technically ask them to do, they're just not going to do it at all. Did you guys see the article with the man, or with the cop just taking a nap while rioters are looting and stuff? Yeah, this is what they're going to do because you've taken away all their teeth. They can't actually do anything without being arrested, okay? Every time they do anything that they think is within the public's interest, you're just going to arrest them. It's ridiculous. And I know a lot of you are saying that you want to get rid of the police and stuff. Well, good luck with that. We'll see what happens because this is just getting all very, very crazy. We cannot not have police. There'll always be police of some kind, and if you people keep blaming them, then nobody's going to want to do it. It's a very difficult job. And now you people are just making it almost impossible. So that was my video. If you guys disagree with me or if you agree with me, just go ahead and comment. Please share, subscribe, like the video. But sharing is the best thing that you can do to help get the word out there. Start getting this more popular so I can do this more often, okay? All right. I'll see you guys later.